Hey everyone, it's K Yuhua, and welcome back to my channel. This topic, being why K is so hated, specifically by engenes and engenes, is something that I've been wanting to talk about since I land, but I guess I just never really had the opportunity. I have a lot to say on this topic, so let's just get into it. For the people that don't know, engenes is a hype J-pop group that K is in. They debuted and had a debut showcase a few days ago. In this showcase, K was asked about Island and his experience, and this is what he said about it.
を経てまさに今スタートラインに立ちました。2年前のアイランドの後の自分自身にねコメントをするのであればどんな声をかけたいですかということで、これ K さんに聞こうかな。じゃ
あはい、そうですね。その時はすごく辛かったんですけど、今はこうゴールが見えなくても、もうやるべきことをしっかり一生懸命やっていれば、そして真摯に向き合っていればいつかその点と点が線になる日が来るよということは伝えたいですね。僕もその時にこう諦めずにもっと頑張ろうって思って一生懸命やって最高の仲間に出会えたので、はい、そのように伝えたいです。
点と点が線になって今こうして。
As you can see in that video, K did not bring up Island on his own. He was asked about it by the host of the debut showcase, and that fact is going to be very important going forward with this conversation. But K's statement that started all the discourse wasn't this one, but something else that he said presumably during the showcase. I couldn't find the video version, so here's a screenshot. An engene account posted it, and it quickly spread, causing a lot of engenes to assume that K was somehow shading Sunoo. A lot of engenes found an issue with what he said, and I mean a lot. And that's just a quarter of it. If you search up K Sunoo on Twitter, you'll find so much more. From what I've gathered, they are claiming that in this screenshot, K was saying that Sunoo didn't deserve to debut in enhypen, that K has always hated or disliked Sunoo, and this is just another example of this. So, let's break every single one of their arguments down. 1. K is bitter and needs to let go of the past. As I proved earlier, K was asked about Island. He didn't just randomly bring it up on his own. What else did y'all expect him to do? And it'd be nonsensical to say, then, he shouldn't have answered the question. First, it would look really weird for the host to have asked him a question, and he just refused to answer it. Second, and more importantly, engenes would have definitely used that as an opportunity to claim that he's still bitter against the enhypen members, because he refused to even talk about Island. How do I know this for sure? Because that's exactly what they've been doing to him for the past 2 years and a half. Criticizing him every single time he breathes. And I think as K-pop stans, we know that fandom enough to know how most of them operate, so this isn't by any means a reach. 2. K said in the statement that he deserved to debut in enhypen, and Sunoo didn't. Alright, let's break this statement down. These engenes were mainly upset with him saying, right, I was eliminated rather dramatically, you could say, and I was so confused by the fact that I was not selected at the last minute that I couldn't give any proper comments. They took that as K saying that he was surprised that he didn't make it in, because Sunoo didn't deserve to debut. Which to me, is just completely ridiculous if you fully remember what happened in Island. K consistently did very well during the show and was constantly praised by the producer's judges, so it shouldn't be a shock that he thought that he genuinely had a chance to debut. And it's crazy to me that these engenes are pretending like that isn't the case. 3. K had no reason to be surprised because Sunoo constantly ranked high, and was more popular than K. I actually think the second part of this argument is somewhat valid. Yeah, Sunoo was definitely more popular than K overall, and ranked either first or second in all of the fan-voted rankings. But, when it came to the rankings made by the judges, K was consistently ranked very high. And like I said earlier, he constantly got praise from these judges, and watching the show it did seem like the judges took a genuine liking to K. My point is that, it makes 100% sense that K thought that he had a genuine shot at winning, and was surprised that he didn't. This statement was him solely speaking about his experience, which he's allowed to do, and that isn't him invalidating Sunoo in any way, shape or form. Y'all just made that up. And I know y'all like to ignore this fact, But for most of the contestants, Island was not a good experience for them, which is why most of them avoid the topic unless they are needed to talk about it. Let's say he did choose to speak out Island without being asked a question. There still wouldn't be anything wrong with that because he's allowed to speak on his experience, and that doesn't automatically make him bitter. Why did engenes come to this conclusion in the first place? There's no definitive answer for this one. I mean, going back to Island, there were a lot of eggies and engenes that didn't like Kay, the main reason being that they felt like when he scolded Nikki that he was somehow bullying him. And because they don't like him, they had no issue jumping at any opportunity available to make up rumors and spread hate against him. But I also think that there's a lot of bandwagoning going on as well. I think there's a lot of engenes that are speaking out about this right now, that didn't watch Island, and stand in hypen a long time after the show, so they don't know what really happened, and they're basically just going off of what other engenes and their mutuals are saying, which is why we're seeing a lot of inconsistencies in their arguments, because they genuinely don't know what the fuck happened. Like, this is actually so tired. Y'all have been harassing this man for almost 3 years over some shit that he didn't even do. And what makes the situation even more upsetting is that Kay and Sunoo are probably genuinely close with each other. Like, outside of just basic professionalism, they're probably good friends in real life. It just sucks that y'all continue to treat idols like this, based off of a little to no evidence. But if something was to end up happening to the said idol, you'll be the first ones to mourn them, and pretend like y'all cared about that person. So, when is it going to be enough for y'all? Like, I'm so fucking over it. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I decided to make this video today because I felt like this conversation was so long overdue, and this Sunoo shading situation was, I guess, my breaking point. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more opinionated content like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications. Have a nice day everyone. Bye.